Welcome to a brand new episode of the Oracles. My name is Manelisi, and with me is the beautiful, the superstar Oracle, Zee Mazibu. Zee, how you doing?
I'm not thank you, Melissa. How are you? Happy
I'm
New Week,
good.
happy Monday.
Yeah, yeah. It's a bit of a hectic Monday, but I'm good. I'm good. But how was the weekend?
My weekend was short, chilled, but short.
Yeah.
You move. How was yours?
Now my weekend was okay. Wasn't
Yeah.
too bad.
Mm.
But it was just okay. Yeah, and wasn't really busy, but yeah, actually I'm looking forward to a weekend where I'm doing absolutely nothing at all. Even though this
Same.
wasn't, yeah, even though this one wasn't so busy, but I didn't really get to rest properly. So
Yeah.
there's that, yeah, yeah,
I
but
need a
otherwise,
week, a
yeah,
week of doing absolute. As I feel like the way I'm feeling right now, I could literally just sleep for like 15 days straight.
yeah,
I am tired. You know, when somebody says, I'm going to check myself in copies, I get it.
yeah.
I need the 21 days. I guess I get it. I am tired. Oh, everything is a lot, man. Mentally, emotionally, everything is just a lot.
Yeah,
But I'm good. I'm good.
yeah. I because of the connectivity issues, today I actually can't turn on my camera. But
Mm.
hopefully, this is just one of those issues again that we'll be able to sort out real soon, or we won't have such issues anymore very soon. But otherwise, I'm just happy that we're here. It's been what 2 weeks since our
Yep.
last episode. But yeah, we are here and we've got a jam-packed show. We've got a couple of things that we have to go through. We have to go through Bacardi Holiday Club,
Definitely.
more especially because of a letter or an open letter that was sent out earlier today.
Mm.
MT's one-man show, Maglera and Kabza at Paris Fashion Week. We've got the Metro Farm
Mm.
Awards. We have to talk about this trend that's been going on of TikTok music and real world music. And we're going to be talking about a couple of new releases
Hmm.
as well as some recommendations. So there's this thing that I want us to do as well, right? Because every week, you and I are
Mm.
always listening to music, like almost all the time. We're always going
Yep.
through, yeah, we're always listening to listening to music. But there's usually like an album or a song that we constantly listen to, each of us individually. So I
Yeah.
want to, I mean, for the past week, what's the one album or the one song that you've been going through, that you've been going back to?
Back to okay. Album, it has to be Ginger. Before,
Yeah,
because I said so, it has to be Ginger.
yeah,
And the song is also guys, sometimes I really don't like speaking about Ginger because it gives off bias, but
yeah, mm,
yeah, I mean, only good music could last, hey? So
yeah,
yeah, I think for me, I think for the past, let me say 3 days, because it came out on Friday, on the 7th. Yeah.
yeah,
It's been, yeah, it's been because I said so. And I think because of how short it is, it's easy for me to give all the songs like a second, a third, and a fourth replay. You know, with longer albums, usually you have a standout song
yeah,
that you're just going back to. With this one here, a lot of them are easy to go back to. I think it's like 9 tracks. There are ones that are like 245, 150, so they're not that long. But if I were to say something right now, I'd definitely say iconic because there's something about the hook, man. Also, the hooks are they fire on the album.
mm,
Besides the rap that he gave us on the album, because from the first song in, I think it's Fade, if I'm not mistaken, he just raps. He literally just raps.
yeah.
He reminds you what's Uchinja Ubani, he literally just raps. So I think, but if I were to mention a song right now, is Iconic and Big Five with Zulumeka.
Yeah, because Iconic, I believe, was released a week before the album.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah,
And funny thing, I didn't even listen to it when it dropped. I only
yeah.
listened to it on Friday with the album.
Is it? Yeah,
Yep,
because the album itself is incredible. I mean,
it is.
Ginger, just one verse for most part of the album. It's just crazy. It's more like a preview more than anything, more than an album. It
Yes,
was
yeah.
9 songs, 21 minutes. That's pretty much
Same.
that's pretty much a preview of what he can do, or
Mm-hmm.
probably what he's going to give us next, coming up next. But yeah, it's an incredible album, and but we'll be talking about it, talking more about it a bit later on.
Yeah.
So for me, the the one album that that I keep going back to still
Mm-hmm.
is Young Chief's Lord Fago, The Life of a Tiana. That
I
album
still need to
also,
listen to it.
yeah, like
And I
it,
refuse to listen to What If, the trending song,
yeah,
without listening to the entire album. So if
okay,
I hear snippets from TikTok, obviously, but I'm like, I'm not gonna listen to one song and I haven't listened to the album. So I still need to listen to the album.
yeah. So
And I know once I do, I'm going to log in.
yeah,
From the
and
reviews I've seen, especially from you. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, because the what if I feel like either Yanga and his team were really meticulous in promoting
Hmm.
that song and putting it on TikTok, but
Hmm.
otherwise, if they're not responsible for it, it also makes
Then
sense that it,
they're really not.
yeah, it also makes sense that is trending on TikTok because it is that
Yeah.
good. It's very nostalgic. I mean, the first verse is very nostalgic. It keeps going back to things that happened, asking what if
Hmm.
such and such didn't happen. But yeah,
Hmm.
it's a great album. I feel like okay, it was a standout track for me when the album came out,
Hmm.
but another standout track, I think the one track that I keep going back to more than any other one on the album is Abandiva.
Hmm.
Abandiva, which is the second track on the album. It's that one actually that I was talking about in the previous episode where he sampled the Notorious B.I.G. I think it's Hypnotize that is sampled there. He also
Yeah.
sampled Boom Shaka because there's a bit of Lebo Matosa's vocals on there.
Hmm.
Yeah, but and he's rapping, like rapping proper Yanga Chief rapping. So yeah, it's a really it's a really great album. But yeah, that also I think we'll talk about at another point. Now, a song that I keep going back to.
Hmm.
It's totally out of hip hop. It's Tugzin's Jungle Fever. That
You
one.
shocked. I am shocked.
I'm serious. Tugzin's Jungle
Wow,
Fever.
okay.
Yeah,
No, I get it. I get it.
yeah, like it's a
That's a
really exciting track.
banger.
So
That's a
much.
banger.
Yeah, really, it really
It
is.
is.
Now, actually, because I've been listening to a lot of house music since December, because in December I started playing house
Hmm.
music in my DJ sets, and it's been fun. Like it's been incredible fun. Like it's been a really fun journey,
Yeah.
getting into all the Afro house, the Afro tech, the getting to the three step. I'm straying as far away as I possibly can from Amapiano because if you get in there, you just yeah, I'll just be getting into the same boat as everybody else. So I'm trying to stay away
Yeah.
from it. But if whatever piano track that I come across that I feel like is good, I kind of have to really think about it before I even add it to my set. But for the most part, it's been Afro house and Afro tech, some three step here and there. But otherwise, it's been fun. But yeah, those are Jungle Fever, the one that I keep going back to the past week, and for as
Yeah.
an album as a whole, Lord Faku, Younger Chief's Lord Faku, that one for me uh,
Hmm.
yeah, has been
Fair.
really incredible. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, we need to get into this week's conversations. A couple of things have been happening. And I want to start with Maglera and Kabza at Paris Fashion Week this past week. And I think you also saw some of the footage from there,
Yeah.
particularly of
Yep.
Maglera. Yeah, because they've been performing at Maxhosa's Ngu-Mbulelo showcase. And yeah, Maglera was basically hired to perform there, do sort of like a live set and also curate the music for the showcase. So their presence being in Paris this past week wasn't necessarily for all the other shows that were going on, but it was specifically for Maxhosa's showcase. And also, I think they were also invited by Hennessy alongside with Kabza. They were invited with Hennessy and they went to the vineyard or the head office at Cognac. And obviously, Kabza
The
must
real
have
place of
been excited.
cardiac.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Kabza must have been very excited about that one.
Actually, because one thing about him, he will have himself a good cognac.
Yeah.
I mean, being in the place of cognac, I mean, it makes sense.
It's yeah. Yeah,
Makes
it
sense.
really does. And you know, actually, because I feel like this is something that a lot of people are not aware of. Just straying a bit away from the music, that Hennessy is actually a brandy, right? But keeping to the culture of France, where
Yeah.
the name and alcohol brand based on the area that the grapes are grown at. They Hennessy has been named a cognac because it's grown in an area called Cognac. Yeah, and a lot of people are not aware of that. They think cognac is actually a special kind of drink, but it's it's only can only be grown or made with grapes that are grown in cognac itself.
I think I would know if I was a brown liquor girly, but
Yeah. Me, I'm not even a
I know
liquor person at
nothing.
all.
I
Yeah.
know nothing.
Yeah. I'm not even a liquor person at all. But it's just a
It's just
curiosity, you know.
interesting facts and all of that.
Yeah, because it's similar to champagne. Right? It's just
Yeah,
sparkling wine, but it's
definitely.
just
Yeah.
grapes that are grown in champagne. But yeah,
Mhm.
going back to the Paris Fashion Week, Maglera obviously having a good time. The clip that I saw, he was having like a really, really good time. And, you know, it goes back also to what we were saying about Maglera himself being a very, very visual, being a visual artist because
Mhm.
he knew exactly what to do. It's almost like he was born to do such performances.
Oh, I lost you there. Yeah, breaking up. It's Can you please repeat that for me?
Oh yeah, I was saying that Maglera, it looks like he was born to perform at such events at Paris Fashion Week.
Definitely.
Yeah, doing that
Yeah.
performance for Maxhosa.
I don't know who I saw teaching this, but somebody teaches something similar to what you say right now. Before I even saw that he created the music for that, right?
Yeah,
I think, when somebody looks like they're in their element, that's
yeah,
what Maglera gave. Like, also, remember how we were speaking about like a visual album, how we would
mm,
bang if it came from him? I think those were the vibes that he was also going with regards to the performance.
yeah,
Like they actually said Maglera actually makes music for such events. Yes,
yeah,
and I was like, okay, I get it. To some extent, I get it.
yeah.
You can't put the two together, but you can put the two together.
Yeah, yeah, because I mean it's just exciting to listen to Maglera and to also watch him perform. Although there is a language barrier, I can't understand
Yeah, I know.
most of what he's
Yours is
saying,
tricky.
but I can't understand most of what he's saying. But it's actually but music is music, you know, and good
True.
music is I don't know, we see. to say that it can't be translated, but at the same time, it can translate because. And I say that it can't be translated in the sense that good music is good music, and regardless of whether you understand what is being said or not, you can almost connect to what is being said because it just touches the soul. And for the most part, Maglera does that. I mean, his voice is a one of a kind. His cadence is one of a kind. So yeah, and he was wearing a very nice tracksuit there, Maxhosa tracksuit.
I'm sure 5 million.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I like the one Kabza was wearing more. It's the same tracksuit that they were wearing, just different colors. I think that Kabza was nude. Kabza's one is fire. Subtle, man. Then, but I was looking at the entire collection, man. Like when they were walking down the ramp, I'm like, okay. One thing about Maxhosa's, like the entire brand is amazing. Like over the years, everything they've put out is something that you can wear even on a daily. I think that's what I love about them.
Yeah.
It's stuff you can wear. Literally, go into church, you can throw on their scarf. It's amazing. Go into wherever, you can rock their skirt. You go into a wedding, you can wear their socks and the golfers for gentlemen. So I feel like it's the everyday way that is just beautiful. It's exquisite, but it's okay. I can do it every day.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. Like it's premium material. It's a premium design, but at the same time, it doesn't look so expensive, right?
Yes.
Like you can tell with this material is very good. Like it's almost what's the word? In the sense that it doesn't it doesn't really look when you're wearing it, you wouldn't tell just how much it costs. But at the same time, when you look at it, you can tell with this material is expensive, right? But yeah, like it's I'm really trying to find the word, but
I get you.
Yeah, but yeah, and it's amazing, man. Like it's amazing. Let Duma's journey as well, coming from where he comes from and starting the way that he started to now having his own show at Paris Fashion Week. It's quite amazing.
It is. It really is amazing. And it's amazing also that he pulled like these two artists to rock with him like that.
Yeah.
I love it when people from here, our own creators, work together out there. I love it.
Yeah, like it's really amazing. And he's going to have another show very soon here in South Africa. And he's going to have Black Coffees is going to be there as well performing. And a few other artists. Like he's really taking artists on this journey with him.
And it's beautiful to watch. It's really beautiful to watch because I feel like, and also maybe it's just me. Yes, my Kwesta as a brand has always been big, right, since inception, right? But I feel like what I saw this past weekend, it was different, and I feel like it had a bigger reach. Like a lot of people were like, okay, this band is fire. These two musicians are also fire. We've known they were fire, but them working together like this, it gave them the attention that was needed and is positive. No, it's good for me.
Yeah. I mean, it's a positive thing, but now that we're actually talking about this, because there's another point that I'd forgotten to make, is that I feel like when media and people on social media were talking about Maglera being at Fashion Week, they left out Maxhosa quite a lot. They were just saying that Maglera is going to the Paris Fashion Week, but they forgot to mention that he's going there because he's part of the Maxhosa's showcase, as well as Kabza as well. That they're both part of the Maxhosa showcase, and I feel like it's a bit of an injustice to Maxhosa because without Maglera, the Maxhosa showcase wouldn't be what it was. And not that it wouldn't exist. Obviously, the clothes are the main thing, the models are the main thing. But without Maglera, it wouldn't be what it was. And he was part of the show itself.
True. Unfortunately, as at times you can't dictate how things go. Like as much as you'd want it to be about the fashion like that.
Yeah.
There's certain people, unfortunately, it's like right now you saying that he's going to have a play coffee on the one that's coming up.
Mm.
It might be about the music more than it will be about the fashion,
Yeah.
unfortunately, you know. It's just
Yeah.
how it is sometimes.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, man. It's
It
unfortunate
is, it is.
because I feel like everyone that was talking about it should have mentioned that
Yeah,
Maglera is going there because of
because of true.
Maxhosa, yeah, because
Because to be
like
fair, also, sorry to cut you there. I
yeah,
also didn't know it was for that until I saw the pictures from the fashion week.
yeah, yeah,
Initially, I thought they were just going there for like, because even the Hennessy tour was trending more than, when they
yeah,
got there, when they got to Cognac, when they went to the Hennessy, what you call headquarters, if I can call it that, their performances. So everything for me, Ngati, they were just going there as this artist in their own right. I didn't even know they were working with Duma until I saw the pictures from the fashion week.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like I feel like we also don't have a full understanding of what Paris Fashion Week is, because
Yeah,
it's not like it's one major event where all
true.
the designers are in one place in one setting. It's basically every fashion house that wants to showcase on during the week, renting or using different spaces
Mm,
and having their shows there and doing their shows there at different times in different venues. And if you're part of the whole thing, if you want to go and enjoy it, it's quite expensive though. You can like I feel like
yes,
it's cheaper. It's actually a whole lot cheaper if you actually get an invite to go there than actually buying tickets
definitely.
to go and watch a couple of shows. Because I saw I just I forget the website, but I think it's an agent
Mm.
where they charge like somewhere. I think it depends on the seating or whatever. I don't know what metrics they actually use to for the price to use for the pricing, but it can be somewhere between 5,000 and 7,000 US dollars per person per show
Yeah.
just to be
One
there.
thing about fashion week, it's expensive.
It is expensive.
That's why people say if you get invites in your front row, you are one of those people, you've made it,
Yeah,
if I can say that. Yeah.
yeah. Like you, it's like I feel like a lot of people in the world of fashion are trying to be
Mm.
on the front row of like a Louis Vuitton
Definitely.
or a Gucci or
Definitely.
even Makosa one day. I feel like it's
Yes.
going to be right up there.
It will definitely.
Yeah.
And being there is a dream for a lot of us, like a lot,
Yeah, yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, if you're a fashion person, Paris Fashion Week is somewhere that you definitely want to be at.
That's Korean fashion week. One thing about Koreans, they know how to dress.
Yeah,
Their fashion week, top two. You must
yeah.
check it out when you have time. One day when you have time.
Yeah, no, I definitely will. I definitely will check it out. But yeah, that is Maglera and Kabza at Paris Fashion Week this past week, being there for Maxhosa, by the way, and
Mhm.
also being supported by Hennessy. Hennessy taking them to the vineyard and having a lunch there and enjoying it. I feel like it was a different experience also for everyone being served by a white waiter because I saw a picture of I saw a picture of one of the waiters pouring a drink
Yeah.
for Maglera and Kabza. So that must have been quite an experience for them.
Especially when you look at where they come from. Yes, you might like there are restaurants here, maybe that have like waiters and waitresses. But
Yeah.
I think looking at where they grew up, especially who's this Maglera,
Mm.
there was none of that where he grew up, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like okay, it's an experience, not something to celebrate really, but
Yeah.
it's different, I
I mean,
guess.
being served by a white waiter, especially of that caliber, and in South Africa, you need to be like in certain spaces that a lot of us are unable
Yeah.
to access right now. But yeah, that was the Paris Fashion Week, Maglera and Kabza having a good time there. I want
Mm.
us now to get into the Metro Film Awards. So the Metro
Yeah.
Film Awards are happening on the 3rd of May for the third consecutive year. They're happening right here in Bombela. quite an exciting thing, I guess, for a lot of people. But I don't know, man. Like I feel like it's been too many shows. Like one in Bombela was enough. I feel like the last 2 years should have been in two different places. How do you feel, Z?
Why do you feel like that? Because when they have them in Joburg, things always happen in Joburg multiple times, year in, year
Yeah.
out. Why do you feel like that shouldn't be the case when it comes to Mbombela specifically or any other province?
The reason I feel like that is because with Mbombela, not a lot of things, especially of such a caliber, happen, right? And when they do
Mhm.
happen, I feel like it's something that shouldn't happen so consistently, especially for one event. With Joburg, it's different because
Mhm.
you've got so many things to do in Joburg. There's so many things happening at the same time. Whereas in a place like Mbombela, when you have the Metro Farm Awards, that weekend the Metro Farm Awards are the only thing really that is happening. Everything else is pretty much a sideshow. There's because Mbombela is quite small, by the way. Like it really
Mhm.
isn't that big. Like having the traffic of the people that are actually going there, it's evident. It's not like in Joburg when you say that you're going to have the Metro Film or what's happening wherever, and it's still you really can't tell, especially on the roads. And at the malls and everywhere else, you really can't tell that a major event is happening. It's just another weekend or another Saturday in Joburg. But in Bombela, everything pretty much stops. So it's one of those things where an event is so big that it actually should be happening once every couple of years. I don't know if that makes sense.
I hear you, but I'm two ways about it,
Yeah,
leaning more to the side of I feel like it should happen, seeing that like that Bombay doesn't really have a lot of events. So
yeah,
it's great when something happens yearly that people can look forward to.
yeah,
Unlike giving them something now in 2025, then 2026 there's nothing, 2027 there's nothing, and you come back 2028.
yeah.
You know?
But
So I feel like sorry to cut you there.
yeah,
Also, when there's something like this, it also inspires other people around the area to go into events, go into such spaces because they said it's possible to do, and saying that this event only happens around the first quarter or the first half of the year, rather. How about we also work on something to have it happen in the second half of the year,
yeah.
rather
But
than then like push people to work harder in that instance?
Um, I wouldn't say so exactly with the Metro FM Awards, and the reason why I
Mm,
say that is because a lot of the people in attendance are not exactly people from Bombela. So for the most part, I'd say maybe 70 to 80% of the people in the audience are not from
mm-hmm.
here. So there is
Fair,
that major exclusion.
fair.
Yeah, a lot of people are actually watching from the outside. And then you get, I mean, after the awards, there's all these different
After
places that
parties.
yeah,
Yeah.
all the different after parties. Like it's just like I'm trying to find like the proper words to explain
Mm-hmm.
it. Because also at the same time there's the economic factor of it, in the sense that a lot of the people who actually make some money out of this are not your regular people. I mean, obviously
True.
it's the venue owners, it's the what do you call the accommodation the accommodation owners, and I think already pretty much every place is already fully booked in Nelspruit. So I could be wrong though. But because last year, I think around this time, everything was already fully booked. So yeah, so
Isn't that then good for the economy in Nelspruit?
yeah, no, it is, it is. But for the most part, it's just the people who sell drinks, who sell alcohol. So
Mm-hmm.
it's the venue owners, and it's also the accommodation. In Nelspruit, a lot of the shops close pretty much at 6. I think it's just two shopping centers, two of the major shopping centers and the corner it's like the Spar and the Woolworths that close like later in the evening around 8 p.m. So they really like for the local guys, the smaller guys, it really isn't much for them that is going on. But for the most part for me is that this event is I mean it's the Metro FM Awards. It's not the Mpumalanga Music Awards or anything like that. So also I feel like the sharing of this event needs to be shared in other places as well. I mean, Polokwane, I don't know if they've ever hosted anything there. The Metro Farmer was there.
Now, hey, good today. Also, it coming to Nelspruit, it didn't just happen after 2 years of it being in Joburg or 2 years of it being in Durban, you know?
Yeah.
So I think maybe they've done 5 years, they might want to move. Also, which is a bit risky because our awards are no longer what they used to be, if I can say that.
Yeah.
We're no longer as invested. Because I remember back then when the Metros were playing, you knew weeks prior.
Yeah.
You knew on the day, you could feel it. And everyone will literally gather around, not only at 8 p.m. when they started, we literally gather around at like 6:30 to see the black carpet. It was a time, it was a good time. We were all interested in seeing what you were wearing and the performances, and we were all live tweeting, enjoying this performance, disliking this one. But over the years, man, at times you don't even know awards are happening until you come on the next day on Sunday and you see what's Spend won an award, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's also that.
Yeah, it's no longer as exciting as it used to be because I also remember having to, like the entire family, having to watch the black carpet just to see who is wearing what and catch some of the more funnier moments, I guess, that happen on the black carpet. But and also going back because the reason why the Metro FM Awards ended up here in Mbombela, I'm sorry, is because no other province pretty much wanted to have to host the Metro FM Awards. Because remember, I don't know if you remember this, like it was very short notice for the first time 3 years ago for it to come here. Because initially, I think they had a contract with the city of eThekwini or something, or the province that an agreement with them, and they had a fallout very shortly.
Very soon before they were supposed to happen.
Yeah, right before. I think it was around the time when the activations were supposed to start, and it also like I feel like the reason why they had a fallout is partly the reason why I feel like it's not such a great idea to have them happen in Mbombela for like the 3 consecutive years. Like it's too much. Because and it also goes back to like the economic activity of it, and also the because I remember speaking to someone who is part of the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, and they were saying that the department was paying quite a lot of money to have the Metro FM Awards here to support the SABC and support Metro FM having the awards here, which also means that a lot of money from the department goes into this thing. But the returns, because this is something that he said as well, that the return is not that great. Like they're not seeing such a positive return from having them here. But now, because they already had signed a 3-year contract, so they had to fulfill it.
And there's a lot that happens behind the scenes, eh?
Yeah, there's quite a lot.
Because maybe they did want to move it, but then they can't because of the contract that you've mentioned.
Yeah, because I mean now they've tied themselves into this thing, and also knowing how anything that has to do with government and has to do with politics and all of that, a lot of money gets filtered before it gets to the main thing.
Yeah, that's true. That is absolutely true.
Yeah, but anyway, that's more negative side of things regarding the Metro Awards. But I want us to now go into the more exciting part of it. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, this people of Mumbai are going to have a good time, I guess.
Yeah.
When the awards are held here. And the voting lines apparently are closing on the 27th of April. And according to the website, that is 48 days away. It seems like quite a long time, but it really isn't. It's not that it's not a long time at all. Like 48 days is gonna pass very, very quickly.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So
And I
now
think
what
when you say April, it feels and sounds closer than when you say 48 days.
yeah.
So there's actually not a lot of time.
Yeah, yeah, it's really not a long time. But I want us to get into some of the nominations, and we're going to start with the best hip hop artist. Um, so on there, there's okay. So these are singles, right?
Hmm.
It's not albums or anything. So on there,
Yeah.
we've got Usman Mane as Java with Uvalo with that very very
Hmm.
long voice note, and then there's Tony Daimane, Usman Mane, Kwesta, and Yanga Chief with
Hmm.
Wishlist. Skanda World, KO and STC with Too Much. KO again with alongside Maglera with Let Me Cook and
Hmm.
MT with War. Um, who do you have your money on there?
KO with Maglera and the guys with the wish list, Mama and Kwesta and thingy, and Tony, in
Really?
that order. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like I'm not big on too much. I like it, but compared to the others,
Mm,
no. For me, guys, let me tell you, Let Me Cook carried me last year.
yeah,
Like on
I,
top of McLaren, guys, the verse and the switch up, he ate.
yeah.
For me personally, and Wish List, I think Wish List is one of my favorite songs on the album. I remember the replay I gave it when the album came out.
Mm,
They rap, man. Like all of them rapped. Questa reminded me why he was Questa, or why he's Questa rather.
yeah.
And I think the streets, because how the streets usually go for the more popular song, right? Like you
Mm,
see, like right now with Yanga's album,
yeah.
how What If is the one that's trending. Yes, it's an emotional song. It gets people in their feelings and.
Mm,
But I'm sure, as much as I haven't listened to it, I'm sure there's another song on the album where he raps rap, right? Where it's more musical. But you know how the streets are. The streets are never really about the rap. They're
yeah.
never really about the hot verse. They're never really about the instrumentals or the production. They're usually about something that's very catchy, right? That's what I'm saying. For me, Wishlist is that they gave me raps on that song.
Yeah.
And for me, for best hip hop, it's a clean contender.
Yeah. No, I get you. I hear you. Um, but for me, I feel like, especially when um, voting is concerned, I don't know if Wishlist is right up
Mhm.
there, especially when you've got MT. Even though War, I don't think War was that big of a song this past year. Like, do you feel like it should have been there?
That's what I'm saying. For the streets, those songs are not it besides Let Me Cook.
Cook, yeah,
That's the song that, if you think about it, got radio airplay. That's
yeah,
the song that was everywhere. That's the song that you could drop it groove and people would jam. Unlike if you drop Iwoya MT or you drop Wish List, I
mm,
think even too much the streets might like it. But for me, as I said, I'm not really about the streets like that. I'm really about, the music, the rap. But
yeah,
if you look at the streets, too much might actually take it because the streets love Nasty. And it also got radio play, compared
yeah,
to your wish list and stuff. So
yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you there. But yeah, and I get you when it comes to Let Me Cook, because I feel like it actually might just get it.
mhm.
Yeah, I feel like it just might get it. Um, Where is this one? Because now I want us to get into Best Amapiano, and I don't think this thing is loading. Let me try and open it again.
Also, are the voting thing is also happening online, or is it just via SMS? Because if it's online, their website has been very finicky lately.
Yeah, because the website is very, very weird, but I think it's just I think it's just via phone. Because to actually vote, you have to dial like star 120 star 45787
Okay.
hash. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Uh, so Best Amapiano, let's
Because I'm
see.
also trying to open it here.
Mm, okay. Uh, okay, yeah. I've got it. I've got it. So with Best Amapiano, we've got Mr. Pilato with Biri Marung. That is the December soundtrack. We've got Felolity with Yebo Lapo. DJ Stokie with Selma Tunzi, Black Major with Stagi Wisbali, and Bassi with Gwelanga 2.0. Like, I feel like this one is between Biri Marung and Yebo Lapo. Because Scott Mapuma had everyone in a chokehold this past December.
You see, I hear you. That's the thing about being obsessed about music, right? Or just making music your entire life.
Yeah.
Personally, if I were to say best piano, looking at listening to the lyrics, the production, how good of the song is Kwelanga 2.0 easily by a landslide for me,
Yeah.
you know, easily, like no competition, like on those literally with Selima Tunes and all of that. But now, if you're looking at what the streets jammed to, at what made people lose their minds,
But yeah.
Kwelanga is a banger. If you play Kwelanga at group or a gathering, whatever, everyone will sing along.
Yeah.
But it's going to be the adults, you know. But
Mm.
if you drop Birimarung, the kids are obsessed with the song. The entire place explodes, you know, because of the beat and. So
Yeah.
I think based on that, Birimarung, I feel like easily is going to take it. But as I said initially, if you're looking at the lyrics, the content, the production, how well the song is put together, for me is Elang.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Because I feel like for me, I just feel like very strongly it will be between Pirimarung and Yebolab. But also, I don't know how people are going to react to actually voting for Pirimarung right now, since it was a December hit. Because you know how people are with a song, especially a song that it becomes a huge hit, like it becomes a soundtrack of that particular December. Once you get into
Like we're
January,
enough.
yeah, like we are done. Like we are really
Mm.
can't hear this anymore. Like people are just gonna get headaches, hearing the song and seeing the guys go up on stage to get their award. I feel like that. I feel like that's how people are gonna feel.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you
Yeah,
actually. But
yeah.
the ultimate vote for it because of how great it made them feel in
Feel.
December.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, if people are voting like in full fairness and not being emotional about it, then I feel like then Piri Marung. Personally, I feel like Piri Marung might just take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then but if it's Yebo Lapo, now we're gonna uh, see Scott Mapuma get on stage and ask us with Batin.
But then,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, which should be exciting
that
to
thing
see as
had me on
well.
a chokehold
Yeah,
at some point last year. Guys, it had me. Yo, it had
yeah,
me. Every little chance I got, it was just playing in my head for a very
yeah.
long time.
Yeah. But yeah, let's move on to what is this? Best gospel album nominees. I
Mm.
know you. I think you've been listening to a lot of Xolly, Unusual.
Because me, I listen to a lot of gospel. It worries
Yeah.
everyone. Like today, I did a serious upper body session at the gym and I was listening to Mandin. Don't
Yeah.
ask me how. Because I listen to a lot of gospel. It stresses me sometimes. I'm not going to lie to you. It stresses me
Yeah.
sometimes. But yeah, I have been listening to that. What else? What else? And a lot of Lebo Sekgobela. I love Lebo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I listen to every as gospel. Gospel carries me.
Yeah,
Carries
no,
me.
yeah, no, I hear you. So, all the other nominations has got Spoon Noah with Heavenly
Oh, yeah.
Psalms, level
Songs. Yep.
two. Nondogo Zomkhize with Lindy, Musa Worship with Jesus to the
Mhm.
City, version two, as well as Ainda Danzi with According to Grace, a one-man show. Uh, Actually, like seeing a one-man show, that's something that I want us to get into a bit later.
Mhm.
Yeah, just to talk about that. But because I feel like the only album that I was able to listen to here is Xolly
Mhm.
was Unusual. So I'm not quite sure about all the other ones.
I am very sure.
Yeah,
Personally, cheeky, but Anne and Danzig, according to Grace, really carried me last year.
mm,
Spuno's Heavenly Psalms, amazing.
yeah,
Spuno can perform. Like he gets you in your, like he's not extra, but
yeah,
he like you're able to go there with him, you know.
yeah,
Nontogo's, I feel like with time, not this year, not this year.
mm,
Musa worship, amazing as well. Only so I feel like for me, top four. I know that I'm disregarding Nontogo's Love Her Down, but I think, as I said, not yet.
yeah,
So I wouldn't be mad if I undertakes it. And I
yeah,
gave us Hlomane Zikali from that album, and you know what? Banger.
yeah.
Um, yeah, for me, Bunowa and Danzi, Oli, and Muso in that order.
Yeah. Actually, I'm lying because I also listened to Nondogo's Kiza's Lindy.
Hmm.
Yeah, that one. Like
I don't know
I
how I
have
feel
reservations.
about, yes, a
Yeah,
lot even, and that's something I don't want to judge her based on age and anything,
yeah,
or her being feeling new in the industry, but I have a problem with because everything I'm hearing, not okay, not everything, but most of what I heard on the album,
mm,
and I know gospel artists do this a lot, right?
yeah,
And as I think, I don't know who I was having this conversation with, that they need to cut it down a bit where they all have their own rendition of the same song. You
yeah,
know, it's essentially it's almost like made her trend, and you go back, you're like, Singing Shaba is essentially which she did a good 20 years ago, for example, you know?
mm,
And I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about that. And it's not the only song that you did another rendition of on the album. You know, when it's just one, you're like, okay, it's okay. I mean, these are amahubo on like on the Bible or on the hymn books. So
yeah,
it's not necessarily a Manelisi song, you understand?
yeah.
It's a church song. It's on amahubo Xhosa
So,
or the Filata Sione, not. So Asingoma Yomuntu per se. So you're going to have multiple renditions. But I'm just like also as a debut, also it's a bit that's something I have reservation. That's something not this year.
yeah,
Let me hear what else she has for me, then I think I'll take it from there.
yeah, yeah. No, because my reservations are more about her performance on the album because she
Yes.
like I feel like especially with some of the opening tracks, like I think it's like the first three or
Mm.
four songs where she does this like a performance is
She
similar to how
sang.
yeah
Don't do
like
that.
like you know like okay so this is a gospel album and you're supposed to be worshiping, right? But with her, she used this style of the new age R&B, where where she sings like she's a bit nonchalant about it,
Yes.
like she's just playing around with her voice
Yeah.
and not really connecting. Like there's something that she wants to, I don't know what to call it, but she's very nonchalant about the singing. Like there's very little emotion about it. But it's almost like she's trying to force the emotion out of this whole thing instead of actually
Definitely.
just
Yes.
singing, like there's, yeah, like just allowing it to happen. But yeah, that's one of my reservations.
See what you're
I
saying.
agree with
No,
you.
sorry to cut you. That's what I was saying to my mom last. Because when someone says they're dropping an album
Mm,
and you heard what they're capable of and you're looking forward
yeah,
to it, I really, really genuinely wanted her to give me the Esandleni rendition she gave us on TikTok.
yeah,
When I heard it on the album, guys, I wasn't happy. It's too, it's too instrumental. It's too like, Jennifer Hudson singing.
yeah,
I feel like there's a lot of dragging the song on the album. There's no need. Like there's emotions that are lost there. Like I really
yeah,
failed to connect with it so much. I really tried. I genuinely tried. I'm just like, it got to a point I even went
yeah,
back to hearing her doing the cover on TikTok. I'm like, this is what I want. This is
yeah,
the girl that I wanted on the album.
yeah. Because that's actually the thing. Like instead of nonchalant, it's the dragging of the song.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the dragging of the song.
That for me is the
Um,
problem.
yeah, yeah, but yeah, like I don't see her getting it as well. Like, but she's in there with some giants, like some
She is.
worshiping
She is.
giants. Yeah, so like yeah, so yeah, let me stop there about Lindy because it might start sounding a bit weird. But
Yeah.
yeah, she's up against some giants in that category. So yeah, I mean, Xolly is uh my number one purely because it's pretty much the only album I listen to
I
outside of
agree.
Nontogozo. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who gets that one.
And I'm looking forward to. I want to see.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we're gonna hopefully Kelly Kumar is not gonna go off on the singer this time around, on the winner this time around.
Wow.
Yeah. So let's move on to the best collaboration nominees. So the best collaboration, we've got Woodblock DJs with Scooter Baba Remix. This one has got Buzili, Kane Keed, Casper, Kwesta, and Tony Daimani. Then there's the Mr. Pilato as well with Pirimaru, alongside Slim Flow, Debukoji Mashiho, what's that? It's Jay Kwanga, Focalistic, Maporisa, Scott Mapuma, and Cowboy. Then there's Kabza alongside Vigro Deep and Scott's and Youngstana with Wishy Wishy. Fellow T, Scott's, Tabza T, Pori, and DJ Paiza with Yebo Lapo. And Bassi M Touch, Ranger, Amaza, Team and Express, Liam Crazy with Willanga 2.0. Scott is on how many? Three, four. Four of these nominations. So he's got what do you call? 20, no, how many? 20% chance, no, 80% chance of winning in this
That's
particular
right.
category.
Actually, when you think about it,
Yeah,
actually,
correct. Yeah. So, but Scooter Baba, I don't see it. I don't see it right up there.
Buddha Baba, the only good thing from this Questa's verse, let me tell you, oof, guys, Questa, have you
Please
listened
tell
to that
us.
verse? Guys, the wordplay is insane. Questa's wordplay, guys, gets to me all the time.
Yeah,
Literally, every time I listen to the song, I literally just fast forward to, I think it's the last 4 minutes, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
After I hear his verse, I change another song,
Yeah,
literally.
it's one of those remixes where it's only like one verse that truly stands out.
Period. Yeah.
Yeah, like Kane Kid.
Or even Diamond had a good one.
Oh yeah,
So
Diamond. Yeah, Tony.
if you say order, it's Kwesta Diamond King Kid.
Yeah, yeah. And I actually saw someone at some point saying that Kane Kid should stick to the sound, which I do not agree with.
No,
Yeah,
I do not agree.
fully disagree with that one. Kane Key just needs to find like a good producer. If he can find just one good producer who understands him, and has a beat maker that understands him, and then a
Mm.
producer, an executive producer that is going to help him put together an album and put together like a single. And both of them, I mean, if the executive producer and the beat maker is one person, is one thing, that would be
Mm.
great. If not, that's if it has to be two different people, then so be it. But if he can find someone that is going to help him put together a good album and put together good singles, I feel like he'll be gold.
Definitely. And I think with time, man, with time,
Yeah,
with
yeah,
time.
yes, yeah,
Because
because
I'm
yeah,
I'm a huge supporter of King
of Kate
Kid.
Kid,
I feel
yeah,
like he's amazing, man.
yeah,
And I
Miss,
like how he's about the culture.
yeah,
Guys, I've been with him to group much like in the same vicinity with him. And he's always having a good time. He's always rapping along to everyone's music. Touchline, Ginger,
yeah,
rapping along to Pretty. He's really about the culture. And
yeah. He
I'd really
gets it.
like for him to get there. I need that for him.
Yeah, no, he gets it. Like he gets the culture like proper.
Also. But
Yeah,
if for me again, I say if you're looking at the best song personally, Belanga 2.0.
yeah.
But if you're looking at the streets,
Uh,
you wish. Ambili. You wish and Pirimaro.
yeah, but Wishy Wishy,
You wish and Pirimaro.
Wishy wasn't hard for that long though. I think it was like
Guys,
just a couple of days, couple of weeks.
it was hot.
Really?
One thing people love a good beat. And
Yeah,
wish when the beat drops, it hits.
yeah.
It really hits.
Or
I've seen it
maybe,
multiple times.
yeah, or maybe I didn't pay much attention to it because
Yes.
I'm not a fan of the song. But yeah, like I don't know, because to me I feel like the bottom two, okay,
Hmm.
the very bottom is Kuta Baba, then followed by uh Wishy Wish, and then Birimarung is somewhere at the top, Gwelanga as well. So it could be Birimarung, Gwelanga, and then Yebolab, and then it's Wishy Wish and
Okay.
Skutaba.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I hear you. I hear you.
yeah. But yeah, looking forward to whatever outcome we get there. So now let's get into the best R&B. Best R&B, the Shekinah with Risk, Nanette
Mhm.
with Tonight, Mawelele with All My Life, Langa Mavuso with Best Friend, and then Elaine with Love Me Slowly.
Easily going to be a risk for me. The only
Yeah,
problem I have with Marilele, right?
yeah.
As that song, I feel like it was. Have you ever felt abused by a song? Manelisi, let me
Like,
tell you, that song always came up. It didn't care what genre I was listening to on my Spotify. I could
yeah,
be listening to hip hop, it came on my shuffle. I'm listening to house, it came on. I'm listening to gospel. It got to a point where I even asked, I'm like, guys, am I the only one being abused by this song or what? And I'm like, I love Kwesta, but come on, man. You know that ad that was happening on X not so long ago, where every
oh yeah,
second tweet was followed by an ad?
yeah,
That's how that song was on my Spotify. I'm like, who is this person also? Where did they come from? And why are they abusing me like this? Only for them to drop an album this past Friday.
yeah.
And it's actually a nice album. But I'm like, oh, all my life
But
really was too much for me. I'm not gonna lie, it was too much. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'd really have to say Shekinah. Also, I love Shekinah. Like she makes good music. So for
Mm.
me, definitely her.
Yeah.
Elaine, I don't know what's happening with Elaine right now. Hopefully she comes back up, but that song really didn't hit that much for me.
Yeah. I mean, the album
Yeah.
itself wasn't,
Yes, definitely not.
yeah, wasn't that great. But
Yeah.
yeah, I have to agree with you with Risk. Nanette is also quite brilliant. And I think she was performing at MT's One Man Show this past weekend.
Yes, I saw. I actually saw. That was nice.
Yeah.
Let's show. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's fine.
we'll get to it. We'll
Get to
get
it.
to it. Yeah, but yeah, I think I agree with you with Shekinah's Risk. Lenga Mavuso is also quite brilliant.
Very,
Yeah, so I feel like
very
yeah he could also get this one. So
good.
yeah, like
Actually,
personally,
it
yeah,
could.
yeah, like I feel like it would between the two of them, Shekinah
Yeah.
and Langa.
And Langa. True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So because I need us to move like very, very quickly.
Yeah, no,
Song
there's a
of
lot. We
yeah,
don't have
song
to
of
go through all of them now,
yeah,
Shane. There's a
no,
lot.
yeah, yeah. I didn't plan to go through all of them anyway. But the Song of the Year nominees. So okay,
Mhm.
Woodblock, Scooter Baba remix is there.
No.
Yeah, Shakes and Layers with Chapelaine. Um, Okay, Birima, oh yeah, Birimarung is also there. Makadzi with number one. There's K-Mad Cowboy with MKK. Wishy Wish is also there. Yebo Lapo is there. Cairo and Amifak with Ndisize. That one is brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then
Mm-hmm.
there's Black Major with Staggy Westbali and Bassie M with Welanga 2.0. Song of the Year.
Please repeat the first two for me.
It's Scooter Baba as well as Shakes and Layers with I think it's Chaplin or Chaplain. I don't know how to say that one.
Mm. Hey, I go longer for me again.
Yeah.
Clean. No, I feel like the rest, you know why I'm saying this, ne?
Mm,
He very, one thing about piano, I'm a piano over the years. I don't want, yes, the right word is of years has been very bubblegummy.
yeah.
I wonder if you listen to all those songs that you mentioned right now, because MKK, it's a banger. They fun. Let me say that they are fun songs, right? Because
Yeah.
Birmarung, it's a fun song. Piyamoyen, literally.
Mm,
MKK is Awuvalum Cook again, is like having fun.
yeah.
Wishy Wishy Pambili again, like there's really no substance behind them for me.
Mm,
But if you listen to Welanga, on the other hand, it's you know, and that's the piano I like.
yeah.
I like I'm very big on lyricism, you know. And then I listen to all when I look at that list that you just mentioned right now, again, easily for me, Gwelang. I
Yeah.
might even give it to Cairo with Ndisizi because it also speaks.
Yeah.
Like if it comes to that, you know.
Yeah. Actually, you've actually touched on something that I feel like we probably need to look at, like what the nominees for Song of the Year. Is it
Mhm.
just because it's a hit song, or
That's
is
what's
it
happening.
yeah, or like a hit song or a popular song, or is a song supposed to be a song that what's this word um, that stands to um, be considered a classic one day,
For
if
me, it
that makes
should be the
sense.
latter. For
Yeah,
me, it should definitely be the latter. But also, I get where they're coming from. I think they focus on the former because if it's a song of the year, it's what banged,
mm,
if you can say that. It's what everyone is singing along to. It doesn't have to be the most like deep emotional song or authentic and. I
yeah,
think they're looking at what like me of a sing along it was, if I can say that. Because
yeah,
right now at the top of my head, if we were to say we're looking at a song that was not only a sing along, but it spoke a lot, but I haven't heard it being mentioned anywhere. I don't know if they submitted. Was the one that features Soul
Oh
Pendula.
yes, yes.
Guys, this song is amazing. For me, that was my song of the year last year. That song is beautiful. You understand?
Yeah,
But because it doesn't, it's not a wishy pambili. It's literally speaking. It's very the lyrics are on point. The
mm,
production is sick. So that's why I'm saying for me, I would look at the latter, but I think with how they create everything, they look at the former, how fun
yeah,
the song was.
yeah. Because I mean, just imagine Staggy Westbody being the song of the year.
Like, make it make sense. I don't even think you've listened to that song on your like literally on Spotify. I've never.
Yeah, I mean, not
I
just.
just hear it on YouTube,
Yeah,
thinking on TikTok,
yeah.
you know.
Just forget the song itself. Like, just consider the title. One day,
Like,
when people go back in the history in the archives of the Metro Film Music Awards, and they look at they look at the and in 2025 they look at Song of the Year winner, and it is Staggy Usman.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like sometimes these nominations, whenever Buga's tunes, think about tunes is of the whole event.
Estima, guys. Let's
Yeah.
normalize a teaspoon ya dihlong.
Yeah.
A teaspoon ya dihlong.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, personally, my personal favorite out of this entire list is Cairo and Amifaku with Indices.
Mm.
Yeah, that's my personal favorite. But when it comes to actual voting, yeah, it's going to be tough. I feel like it's really going to be a tough one.
Extra voting is really going to be tough because a lot of them are similar. They're all fun, good
Yeah,
vibes,
yeah,
groove.
yeah. Now let's move on to the best music video. Best music video, the Scooter Baba remix, Usman is Jabo Tuvalo, Biri Marung, Disease, and Wulanga 2.0.
I haven't seen a single one. I didn't even know they had videos. All of them.
Yeah, no.
I am shocked. I am shocked.
I mean, I think I'm familiar with Scooter Baba remix. That one I think I've seen. Biri Marung, we even saw the some of the behind the scenes.
So what
Um,
do they do there? Do they mapia phezulu?
yeah, pretty much. Like I think they use the parking lot of like a hotel or something.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, it's yeah, no, it's yeah, mm, yeah, no, it's
Yeah, no, I don't. Lappa, I can't
yeah,
have an opinion. I haven't seen a single one.
yeah. Yeah, because I'm curious about Uvado if what they did with the voice note part. I should actually go and watch it after this. Should go
Same.
on YouTube
I hope
and
they
take a
removed
look.
it.
Yeah, I doubt it. Probably did something. Probably did something with it.
Eh,
Um,
uh,
let's see. Okay, so best female nominees. There's Colin with Unusual, Nondozo Mkhize with Lindy with Makazi, Miracle Child, Durban Gogo with Balimele, and Babola M with Pisces. What do you think?
oof,
Balimele, I don't
I'll
know.
give uh, I'll give it to Xolly.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I feel like out of everyone, yeah, okay, Makazi did the one woman show.
Ooh, there's my cards also.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
and this is a deluxe version, by the way, that they submitted. But
Anyone knows me knows I'm a cards fan.
yeah, but I have a I have a difficult time with Likompo, so uh, I don't have an opinion on Makazi.
You see, if you're trying to run, trust me.
Yeah, but also because she's from
Trust me.
yeah, she's from Limpopo, and those guys they really I think that I feel like they really do support quite a lot.
They're just like people
Um,
from KZN.
Yeah,
They will support their artists.
yeah. So if it because then KZN has Xolly to vote for. They've got Nontokozo is from KZN, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they've got Durban Gogo to vote for. So their votes will be split between them, yeah. And then Limpopo only has Makazi. Babalwa,
yeah.
Babalwa, I don't know.
That will be tough, but we'll see.
Yeah, but I feel like because the gospel community as well, they come out for their people.
Oh, they really do. They really do.
Yeah, so Xolly might actually just take it. So now the best male nominees, which is quite strange here, because they've got Usmamane, I suppose it's for Days Before Mod. They've got Tyler ICU, they've got Kelvin Momo Zinzako, Kabza, as well as Dlala Thukzin with Finally Famous 2.
It's Dlala Thukzin, it's Kelvin. Which one for Kabza?
Kabza, they don't say which one. So I don't know if it's for Isimo, but then with Isimo, that was a duo album.
Before.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and actually I think was it not 2 years before?
Yeah,
no, 2023, I think.
Yeah.
So I don't know actually, because this is now tricky, right? Because they don't have they haven't specified.
Yeah, that's tricky.
For Usmamane, Tyler, and Kabza for what they're being nominated. It just says best male. They just have their names there. But with Kelvin and Dlala Thukzin, they have their albums.
Hey, but whatever it is, even Kelvin, guys, Mshimanelo Aspana, Arobali is giving us work every, you know what, even Kelvin, he deserves it.
He even missed his flight. He missed his shows in Australia just to give us more music.
Because he was in the studio. Please, guys.
Yeah.
Also, Kelvin gave us Bokoko. I'm sorry. Give it to Kelvin.
Okay, so
I give it to Kelvin.
Yeah, so we agree on that one.
Yes.
Kelvin. All right. So Definitely. Let's do this last one because there's quite a lot of nominees. So let's do the Artist of the Year nominations. Ooh. So there is Tyler ICU, there's Morda with Blessings, Makazi, Kelvin Momo with Taco, and Kabza on there. Only one woman.
So Kabza doesn't have. Okay, Kabza with what? They're not saying.
They don't specify. Makazi, they don't specify.
Tyler, they're not saying as well.
Yeah.
Because now, are they looking at the albums or are they looking at the singles?
I have no idea.
Because Tyler has a lot of singles under his belt, but it also depends which single they're referring to.
True, yeah.
Because what if there's a single that it's not really a banger for me? Same with Kabza. You see now that one is very tricky. The one like them not mentioning for which single is very, very tricky for me.
Yeah.
And again, they'll make me give it to Kelvin.
Yeah, which makes some sense because I feel like on here we need to understand what the criteria is.
Correct.
Yeah, for the nominations, because you can't just have Kabza being on there just because it's Kabza, right? Just as an artist. Even though he only had singles in the past year, if I'm not mistaken. And any album, it doesn't have actually, I think in the last couple of years, it doesn't have a solo album. I could be wrong. Because if it's for any particular album, then the person that they made music with, they also need to be on here.
They need to be there, true.
Yeah. They need to be on here because
then that one, I think as soon as they say, we must go back and check and see what they're referring to.
Yeah.
Because we also people's votes need to be based on something that they relate to, not just artists,
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But I mean, Artist of the Year also, and because soon we're actually gonna get into a particular statement that was released today. And looking at this nominations list. It's how many? 1, 2, 3. Amapiano, or rather artists who specialize in Amapiano. Murder dabbles in it quite a bit, but not that much. It's more into Afro house and Afro tech, and tribal, I think, as well.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Makazi is Likompo one way, which is quite interesting that we haven't seen Shebe anyway.
I'm not seeing with what's Manelisi. What is the reason he's doing that? No, no, I like Shebe.
Yeah.
He's fine and everything, but he's doing his
Yeah,
thing.
no, yeah.
But with what?
Yeah, no, he hasn't released anything. Yeah, he hasn't released anything. But I saw him change the sound system, had a sound system on his Golf R, on his Golf 8R.
He must make music. Go into the studio, leave the car alone, make music.
But yeah, that is the Metro
Hey,
Film
Shebe
Awards.
has so much potential. Remember, I feel like where pulls the potential like.
No, like he's really playing around. He's
No,
genuinely playing around, and that's the thing. Like I feel like it's probably the money because, you know, when you get a certain amount of money, you feel like you are the richest person in the world.
Oh man.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that with Shebe, and that was the Metro Film Awards. I don't know. Do you have anything else to add on there?
Not. Do they have a theme this year? Do you know what their theme is?
This year's theme. No, I didn't see anything around the theme.
I wonder.
Could be
I'll
wrong
see with
though.
time.
Yeah, could be wrong, but I didn't see anything around the theme.